Good evening. How we doing? Good. All good? Good. So, yeah, my name's Chester. It's a fucking cool name, Chester. Yeah, very unique. But I didn't like it when I was growing up, because the only kids in school that had unique names were the foreign ones. And even the Chinese ones had normal English names, so I felt really left out. So they used to try and come up with nicknames for me. You know, names that sounded like Chester. I had Chestnut, Cheddar, and Chester Drawers. And I have to admit, looking back at it now, that's pretty creative for primary school kids. Don't you think? Yeah, it's pretty good. But, you know, back then I didn't appreciate it. I remember coming home to my mum, and I was like, hey mum, what's with the fucking name? Why have you called me Chester? And she said, oh son, so you want to know the origin of your name? I was like, yeah, tell me mum, I want to know why you've done this to me. And she said, well look, as you know, the dad's name is Jose and my name is Esther. And because you're our first child, we wanted to combine our names to make your name. Now, for those of you who can put two and two together, Jose and Esther makes Jester. Yeah? And I'm not fucking joking, they were that close to calling me Jester. Like, genuinely, they actually considered it. Can you imagine if I was called Jester? I would not be doing this, that's for sure. I'd be avoiding any ironic situation where, oh, Jester's making a joke. There'd be so much pressure. Go on, tell us a joke, Chester. Tell us a joke. Go on. And even if I did still choose to do stand-up comedy, I'd have to come up with a stage name, wouldn't I? To cover up my real name that sounds like a fucking stage name. I just imagine coming in, for example, and saying, hello, yeah, my name's Chester. I want to have a go at tonight. And then you go, okay, mate, cool. What do you want to be called? My name's Jester. Okay, mate, but for security reasons, we're going to need to take your real name. So for that, I'm grateful. For that, I am grateful. But obviously back then, again, wasn't satisfied. She said to me, before you go, just remember, you've got a cool name. And I thought, hang on. Up until that point, I believed everything that my mum had said. I thought everything that came out of her mouth was the gospel truth, but she just lied. She just said I had a cool name. So I thought, let me put this theory to the test. Maybe she was lying about some other stuff that had happened in the past. So I started putting my teeth under the pillow without telling her. Guess who never fucking showed up? And that fucking Santa bloke, yeah? I remember laying there Christmas Eve thinking, yeah, I'm going to catch him out. I'm going to catch him out. It's just going to be my mum coming in and putting presents at the end of my bed. So I laid there pretending to be asleep, but inevitably I fell asleep, because that's what we all do every night. We lay there pretending to be asleep until we fall asleep. So I didn't actually figure that one out, but I'm assuming she fucking lied about him as well. But the biggest lie she told me, honestly, as a 10-year-old kid, she said to me, so just for a bit of context, she's Filipino, yeah? And apparently it's tradition for Filipino boys to get circumcised. And again, as a 10-year-old kid, optional surgery on my penis is not something that I wanted to do. But she said, Chester, when you get circumcised, it grows bigger. And again, I was 10, but I was like, I'm in. That sounds good. Yep, I'm up for it. Let's do it. So, she tried to get it done on the NHS. Apparently it wasn't a medical emergency. So we had to go to the Philippines to get it done. And I realise now, okay, I'm 30 years old, yeah, and I realise now that when people normally get circumcised, it's when they're babies or so young that they don't even know that they exist. So they don't remember what happened before or during or after, but I remember everything, right? So picture this, yeah, cool. So I'm sitting in the operating room, there's a doctor in front of me, there's a nurse there and another nurse there. One of the nurses goes, okay, so you're going to leave the room, you're going to take off your pants, and then you're going to come back in, okay? And I was like, yeah, cool. So, They left the room, I got up, took off my pants, and as they promised, I came back in. They looked at me, they looked down, and they fucking laughed. Can you imagine how traumatising that would have been for any boy? Yeah, especially a 10-year-old boy, but not me. I had my mum's words ringing in my ears. You may laugh now, but this size is temporary. This is going to be huge. And it was. Honestly, it was massive. You wouldn't believe how fucking swollen it was. It was like a big fucking tomato sitting between my legs. And another thing my mum didn't consider, probably because she didn't actually get it done herself before, but the underwear that I packed to go to the Philippines didn't fit me anymore. Neither did my shorts or any of the trousers that I brought with me. So I had to borrow her knickers. So I'm walking around the family home, hands on my hips, like this big Willie Chester, with the biggest bulge in the whole fucking family. Yeah. It was big. My mama told the truth about this one. But yeah, as time went on, inevitably, and the swelling went down, it just became another lie. But I'm older now. Yeah, I realised that that's not what life is all about. There is so much more to life. And I actually really love my name now. Genuine story. I met this guy called Steve, who I used to work with, and he was like, "Hey, Chester, it's a cool fucking name." And I was like, no, it's not Steve. And he went, no, let me tell you why it is. So, obviously, I'm called Steve, and when people talk about me to other people, they have to call me Steve, and then use my last name so they know which Steve they're talking about. But with you, when they say Chester, the other person's going to know exactly who the fuck they're talking about. And I was like, yeah, man, you know what, Steve, you've got the point, my name is cool. And then I thought, maybe I've given my mum a bit of a hard time. Yeah, maybe she didn't lie about as many things as I thought she did. But then I looked between my legs, and I think, no, she was definitely telling the truth about that one. There is no way this thing could have been any fucking smaller. Thank you so much.